Hello? Okay, I guess I'm live. To all my boxing fans out there who stay loyal, who still support the channel, want to say thank you. We don't talk about boxing as much as we used to because we save it all for the show that comes on Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Chris Carlson starts it right off and just kills it. You know, they run that Rope-A-Dope radio show to perfection, and I'm happy to just be someone to come in and do a segment every now. So, even though I'm not 100%, I will be on the show, and we definitely will talk about more about Gamboa's coming back into boxing. Yuriorkis Gamboa. Now, here's the thing about Gamboa. What in the world is Golden Boy gonna do? They just building him up for what? Because Gamboa's not gonna make it at 35. Who you gonna put him in the ring with at 135 that he could beat? He needs to be down at 130. Y'all got him so comfortable with knocking everybody out, and he was supposed to be so great. But Gamboa size, he was not a guy that was slipping a lot of punches. He was a guy that was getting rocked and getting hit at those weights. If you put him in with one of those lanky 130 guys or 135 guys, he's going to get knocked out and destroyed again. He's somebody that needs to be at a catch weight of 132. You know how y'all do it, Golden Boy. So, I mean, I don't know what y'all expect to get enough from him. He's with his 15th promoter since then. I don't know what's going to happen with the guy because really nobody's checking for him. 50 Cent probably want to choke him. And he just couldn't win the fights, man. I mean, 50 put you in the fights. You just didn't win them, buddy. So, you know, it's like Billy Dibb's situation, you know. Billy Dibb just wasn't good enough to beat the elite talent. It's sometimes things just is what it is. A fighter's gonna be what they're going to be, and if at some point fighters got to show and prove they are what they are. At least that's what I think. Now here's the thing: 130 is stuff. That's where the money is. Why in the world you want to go to 35? Because basically, you're just setting yourself up for disaster because Lomachenko is the fight. You know, if you want to make the money and do the numbers and get on HBO or all that stuff, you know, you already got HBO or ESPN. Your thing is to work up to get to Vasily Lomachenko. He's the guy at the division. So, we'll talk about more of this on the show. Well, we'll actually go through some of the fighters. I don't want to make this too long, but I got a treat for y'all. I'll let you listen to some of the show from last week, because 310 came in, and my goodness, it was incredible. Just to give you a sample of something that we do on the show. Chris Carlson is the host and the man running Rope-A-Dope Radio.
Both guys. I thought, though, the body work was a different level at that time. I really did. And so I gave that to Jack. I just thought, he got it. He got that one. But that was a great two-way round. Seventh I gave to DeGale. That was competitive, very competitive. But I think overall there was some early stuff by Jack, but I think overall the mid and late, DeGale stole the round for me. He landed the bigger shots. In the seventh, the eighth round I gave to Jack. Harder shots early and late. The mouthpiece flew out. And DeGale kind of got hurt in that one. He was on the move, kind of really close. I just mentioned about 3 or 4 of them that were swing rounds. The 3rd, the 5th, the 10th. sometimes that's a difference. Just like a knockdown, right? You look at Kovalev Ward. Okay, well,
ends up getting swayed by what the fuck. They're trying to make you see, you know, like what they were highlighting during the fight is like
there was some things. I'm about to let 310 in right now. He brought up several things, and I think one of the key things was the broadcast team. Now, as we know, you're going to side with the house fighter. Although Badu Jack doesn't have a big name, he is the house fighter in this sense because, you know, they had the promotional team and Showtime behind them. But DeGale is with Al Heyman, you know what I mean? So, but obviously the lead promoters are DeBella, but also maybe the promotion was the lead, right? So, they were going to, they did skew. If you listen to the broadcast, they did skew towards Badu Jack. There was times when DeGale, sure, he'd be spurty in the round, but he did land the harder punches. And although early, I think in the first couple rounds, you start to hear, oh, DeGale, the hand speed and all that. But after that, they weren't really mentioning him much. And when they did, they'd say, oh, that was a nice uppercut. But you know what? In that exchange, Badu got the better of it or something like that. You know what I mean? So I'm going to let 310 in right now. But I have to say that I do 100%. I thought he made a great point about the broadcast team. Like I said, HBO is even more over the top. We see the UFC. I mean, you hear in pro football, you hear broadcasters, they're going to be biased one way or the other. A lot of times, especially in boxing, they go with the home fighter too much. And I did think that they went a little too, they kind of broke their back, bending over, trying to help Badu Jack out broadcast-wise. But this is me saying it's a draw or Badu won the fight. So I'm going to let 310 in. 503, I see Dr. Uppercut popping in. We're going to all get our run at this one. But like I said, I was surprised how active the fight was. I wasn't surprised how two-way ebb and flow it was. But I didn't know if one guy would be over 200 punching, landing. I didn't think they'd throw that much. I thought it would be a tad bit more of a chess match. And I was happy that it wasn't just that. 310, man, what's going on, buddy? How you doing?
What's going on? I was about to pee. I was getting a little nauseous. I heard you say you thought Badu won. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, I said draw or he won. Yes, I'm not kidding you. There are a fair amount of people that think that too. So I'm not just crazy. But when I say draw, isn't that kind of? I mean,
well,
that's a tight fight. You know what I mean? No, you do your thing. I want to hear the rant. You do your thing, and then we'll go back and forth. I don't want to cut you off.
No, we can, you get involved. Because it's boxing, so it's like it's all a matter of opinion. Even the judge's opinion, that's a matter of a fucking opinion. So it's one of those things. It's like but I mean. It's like, people gotta realize it's like, dude, your opinion ends up getting swayed by what the fuck they're trying to make you see. What they were highlighting during the fight, it's like, dude, come on, man. I get it. You guys got a lot less fucking subscribers than the fucking HBO. I get it. You guys would love, you guys you're trying to ride fucking Floyd's nuts. I get it. Mayweather Promotions, the whole fucking thing. Floyd hasn't told you if he's gonna fight another fight, and if he does have the fight. You have no idea if he's gonna go over to fucking HBO. You have no idea. So you gotta fucking blow the guy every fucking chance you get. I get it. But what the fuck, man? When you actually look at it, it's insane. And the reason why it's insane is because they did it on so many levels. I mean, we know that this shit happens in boxing. This is no secret that, you know, obviously, you know, they're going to favor one guy, blah, 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 like, whatever. You know, there's going to be some shady shit involved. But when you go this far, that it's crossing the fucking line. When you're going this far, when you're talking about, when you're talking about fucking with punch stats, they fucked with the punch stats, dude. The punch stats.
Like landing
right?
or throwing? Because clearly...
Oh.
So you're telling me that Gale threw more than Badu, though? Really? How could you when you only punch in stats and combination?
I would think that. Well, I'm not. Well, I'm going to say that. I'm not going to go out there and say that because I didn't count all the punches one by one. But I mean, it's a.
Me neither.
Pretty,
but I'm saying when you're watching fight, you do see that he's the busier.
Yeah, like, dude, that's how he won all the rounds. He won all the rounds on activity. He didn't win all the rounds on hurting the guy. And that's the whole thing. Is like, you know, that's where I got to start with this. Is because I got so many, you know, there's so many different thoughts on this, and it's like, you know, like, I think that what happens is a lot of people, everyone is judging this fight in particular, because he said, you know, everyone thinks, a lot of people think that Badu Jack won, and I know. I see it online. It's like fucking 90% of everybody out there thinks that he won, and it's like, and I think that, you know, I think that they're judging that shit based on that because they think that he should have won. And it's like, this is boxing. I mean, regardless, and I agree. Yeah, he should have won. Badu Jack should have won. Like, I think that he should have won. He deserved to win. You know what I mean? But this is boxing. So, I mean, who you think could have won, should have won, or would have won doesn't mean shit. Okay? Because at the end of the day, fucking, at the end of the day, 2 plus 2 is going to still fucking equal 4. Regardless of who the fuck tries to tell you that it doesn't, alright? And this will make more sense when I explain it like this, okay? There were knockdowns traded in the fight, right? So, okay, so take away the first round and take away the 12th round, and then let's talk. All right, then let's talk numbers. You know what I mean? And then when you start looking at it from that perspective, what I'm saying actually makes a little bit more sense. You know what I mean? Because anyone can honestly sit there, honestly give fucking Badu Jack any more than 4 rounds. Now, I'm talking about from the 2nd round to the 11th round. They're reaching, or they're listening to they're listening to the commentators too much, and not paying attention to the detail. There are a couple like critical fucking rounds in there. Let me see. There's a bunch of critical rounds in there that it's like, you know, you can't give it to Jack. You know, like, I mean, it's like, and the commentators were setting you up the entire time. I was laughing hysterically all the time. Like, I can't believe they actually think they're gonna get away with this. They actually think that the judges are gonna fucking give it. They actually think that they're still gonna give it to him. Like, do you really think that they're? I mean, because I knew it going into the 10th, 11th round. I knew already. I was like, there's no way that fucking Jack is gonna win. He has to knock him out. And if you go back, and this isn't just me talking, okay? If anyone pays attention to detail, go back and look at the fucking 10th round. After the 10th round, fucking Badu Jack's trainer, I forgot his name, dude with the New York hat on, with the heavy New York accent, he said, don't let them they're gonna rob you, bro. They're gonna rob you. You gotta follow up those combinations with a left hook. They're gonna take it from you, bro. They're gonna take it from you. He was telling him the whole time that he was losing the fucking fight. They knew that he was losing the fucking fight. That's what I'm saying. Everybody knew that he was losing the fight. Fucking Steve Farhood knew that he was losing the fucking fight. That's what the fuck I'm saying. That's what dude, what the fuck? Notice how they didn't fucking show Steve Farhood's fucking his scorecard. They didn't show his scorecard after the 9th round. They didn't show that. Every other fight, they show his fucking scorecard during the 12th round. We all watch boxing. We know how this fucking shit works. They show it during the 12th round, and then right after the fight, while we're waiting for the judge's decision, then they show Steve Farhood's fucking card. They didn't show his fucking card. And what a coincidence. How long does it fucking take How long does a fucking...
It took extremely long for the card to get announced.
It took fucking long as fuck. And during
no doubt
that whole
about that.
time, and during that whole time, they didn't try to fill up some airspace with, hey, so Steve Farhood, so what did you have? What did you have it scored at? Tell us why. Like, they didn't ask him any of that shit. None of that shit. They didn't show his scorecard since the fucking 10th round or 9th round. Why?
And this is what you missing out on. I'm going to put the link in there so that you guys can listen to this guy and the rest of the other people, and you can call this show up and get on the show. Talk to Chris. Give him your thoughts on the boxing fights and all the stuff that you want to see happen. Just call in. And it's going down tonight. I'll be calling in as well. So, it's your boy Carcino. I'm out. And if you want to listen to this entirety, go to the description box. I'll put the link in there. Enjoy yourself. Have a great day.